Hello and welcome to this video tutorial brought to you by tut.studiodesigns.com. In this video we'll learn how the Flash file formats work. So let's start with this icon here. We have the Flash FLA, which is the source file where we'll be editing and making changes of our Flash files. And once you export this FLA, it gives you an SWF, which is the Swift file. Let's see, for example, we have this animated circle here which becomes small and big, which is animated from the FLA, and this SWF files cannot be edited. They are basically added on to our HTML files, which would show it on a website, or it depends on how we are using the SWF file for a simple animation or a complete website. So let's go through Flash and see how our pen tool works. So let's create a new Flash file, an ActionScript 2.1, and using our pen tool here, which is the same shortcut key P, it will be mostly filling a stroke. So basically the pen tool helps you to draw a curve or a stroke, complete fixed solid, and in case you have the endpoints completed with the pen tool, then you could fill in a fill color so you have a complete shape. Let's draw something here. For example, let's try to draw a circle. So using our pen tool, let's draw in a straight this way, and let's try to make something like this. Once you have that done, let's click at this point, and here we go. That's something like that. Let's select the selection tool back, and you can see that we have something of a circle. Let's transform that. Let's highlight this using a selection tool. I've just selected that stroke, and using a free transform tool, it's the shortcut key for that is Q. I'm holding my shift key and just drag this way up so that you get a bigger outline here. Let's deselect that and go back to our selection tool. Shortcut key for that is V. Let's try to make this circle completely perfect. Once you have drawn a stroke, you get these two options on, which is smooth, which smooths a curve type stroke, and straighten, it straightens a pointed stroke. So let's click on this. Since we have a smooth curved stroke here, well, let's click on it once, twice, it automatically adjusts the stroke here. Since say we like something like this, let's fill this in with some color using our paint bucket tool. Make sure you have a color which you want it selected, and just click in, which fills in the color. Once you've drawn a stroke using the pen tool, you could even increase the size by clicking on the stroke using a selection tool. Make sure you have a selection tool selected. Let's zoom in here, clicking on the stroke here with our selection tool. Let's increase our stroke here, which you can see changes instantly. You could also change the color of the stroke by clicking on the stroke using our selection tool and changing the stroke color here. For example, let's say we want a dark red, and for this tutorial let's just delete this fill here. Let's zoom back and let's join another stroke with this using our pen tool. I'll be drawing another straight line through this circle. You can see that the anchor points here have joined with the curved circle. Let's click on our sub selection tool to see what we have here. Selecting the whole thing shows us all the points we have. Let's zoom in here with our sub selection tool. Once you click on the whole thing here, you can see all the points that we have. So our pen tool has more options like adding an anchor point, deleting an anchor point, and converting an anchor point. Let's use the delete anchor point here, and let's clear off, for example, this point here, which you could see deleted all those points. Since it didn't have any previous point, it went to these 2 points here. And let's say we remove this point, which has a point here and here, which would join together. If you would click on this, you could see that both join together. Since they are curved, they have become curved. So let's check on what we have here. The convert anchor point tool is basically, it turns a straighted line to a curve. Let's say this is a straight line here. Once you click on this point and drag it in a different direction, you can see that we have made this one a curve. Let's check this point here, which is completely straight. You can see that it's become a complete curve when you click and drag towards any other direction. So that's how our pen tool works. You could add more points by using the add anchor point, or you could join two points by clicking on this. When you see a slash appears near the pen tool, once you click on that, it starts on from the point you clicked. So now anyway you draw another point, it continues from the point you just clicked. And let's say we use our alt key to click on this point here, so you can again adjust that instead of going back to our subselection tool and then going editing it. For example, we want to edit this using our alt key. You could just click and hold the alt key, come over that point, adjust it, and then continue and end that point. So once you have that, you could again go to your paint bucket tool, select a color and fill that in, since all the edges are completely joined. So that's how our pen tool works here in Flash. I hope you learned something from this, and thank you for watching.